Hello and a very warm welcome to this video. My name is Uzair, and in this video I'm going to answer some of the questions which have been sent across to me. If you want any of your questions answered, then please do so by sending it to our email, which is on the screen right now, and we'll put it on our schedule to answer it for you. And we have these sessions literally on a regular basis. Any questions, any problems, anything which you're not sure about Google Ads, just send it in and I'll try my best to answer them for you. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then please do so and hit the bell button, because we upload videos on a regular basis and you'll be one of the first one to be notified when we do upload any new content. So let's get started with the first question. So the question is, how does Google Ads deal with fake clicks? Unfortunately, there is a big problem with click frauds or fake clicks on search network, display network, and just like in anything in life, you can't get away from it. But what you can do is try to minimize it as much as possible. Now, Google Ads, I should say, is in the business of clicks. Their whole business is around clicks. They cannot afford to get this out of hand. Google Ads does have a very sophisticated click fraud technology, but like everything else in life, this is going to happen. So the way you can minimize or deal with it is, if you find that your conversion rates have dropped, then it may be because of click fraud. Everything staying the same, your conversions and the conversion rates have gone down, is most probably click fraud. If you can find the IP address which keeps clicking on your ads, you can block it, or you can also sign up to click fraud third-party apps, which aren't free obviously, but it will help you save a lot of money. The other thing which I also do, and we also do for our clients, is when we do see the probability of click frauds on the account, what you can do is see the data in Google Analytics. If your bounce rate is very high, the time on site is literally within seconds, like 2 seconds or 1 second, you know that these are bots. They are not staying on your website or landing page, and they are clicking on your ads, coming to your site and bouncing off. So that is a very good indication as to how we can minimize the click fraud. Can you do Google Ads without a website? The short and simple answer is absolutely not. You need to have a website, because if you have got a campaign running and Google is sending them to your website, you need to have a website. The only where you don't need a website as such, but you still need an online presence, is for the Google Ads call ads. So the call ads work where somebody clicks on your ad and the phone dials out to your phone number. The person who is clicking on the ad does not go to your website. So in that case, you don't need to have an online presence or a website, but you need to have that website for the verification purposes. So the number which you have put up in your Google Ads account or the call extensions must be on your landing page. So what I mean by that is, you don't need to have a website, you don't need to have a fancy one. You can just have a photo, your headline or a logo, and a number, and that would be good enough for Google Ads to verify your landing page. So for call ads, you need a verification URL, and then Google is going to look at your landing page and see that the same number is on your website or your landing page, and then your ads are going to get approved. Otherwise, the ads for call ads will definitely get disapproved if it's the wrong number on your website or there are no numbers. But with regards to search ad, display, YouTube or video ads, you definitely need a website to run your Google Ads campaigns. Which one strategy will be best for services? TROAS, TCPA or manual CPC? We have 4 pricings of $5, $19, $44 and $79. Okay, now I'm a little bit confused that you have got 4 pricing structure, and I believe it is for a product and not a service. So this bit about the services, it may be for products, and that's what you meant. If that is so, and if you are selling a product, or let me go back one step. So this is where the confusion happens. TROAS or TCPA, what are these? TROAS is target return on ad spend, and this one is for target cost per acquisition. If you are an e-commerce business and you are selling products online, then you need to go on the target TROAS bidding strategy. If you are generating leads for your business, then you need to go on the target CPA. The reason why the target CPA does not work on e-commerce is because, let's say you have got a product for $79. One person comes to your site, they will buy $79. Another one will come and he or she may buy 79 or 19 or 5, and you will get different products being purchased by different people, and the cart value will be different. So you can't have a target cost per acquisition, because if you are targeting to acquire a customer for $50 and you're selling a $19 product, then at the front end you are making a loss. I'm not talking about the customer lifetime value, but just at the front end. So that's why you can't do that. But if you are selling a product and you have got the target return on ad spend bidding applied, that means Google is going to try and maximize your return on ad spend, and it is usually calculated in percentage. So every $1 you spend, you want 4 or 5 back or more, depending on your profitability. So for e-commerce websites, you need target ROAS. For service-based or lead generation campaigns, you need target CPA, because a lead is a lead. You know that you need to generate a lead for $10, $50 or $100. With regards to the manual CPC, yes, you can start with manual CPC, get the data into the account so that the account knows and Google knows what you are looking for, and then switch it over to your TROAS or TCPA campaigns. Google is going to tell you you can start right off the bat with TCPA or TROAS, but in my experience and in my humble opinion, the way I would do this is set up your campaigns, start with manual CPC, get the data in, and once you've got 30 or 50 conversions, depending on how much the data is in the last, how much the budget is you're spending on a daily basis, you will then switch over to TROAS or TCP. Ideally, you want at least 30 conversions in the last 30 days. Why are my ads not displaying? Okay, so what you mean by that is that they're not getting any impressions or they're not showing up. So there could be a number of reasons for this, and without looking at your campaign, I can't give you a definite answer, but my guess would be one of these. There is a problem with the billing. So please check your billing. The credit card or the billing or the payment hasn't gone through and the ads have stopped. So that's one of the first places I will see. And if there is an issue with the payment or the billing, you will get a little red warning along the top of your account that please fix your billing, because sometimes the credit card may have expired and the payment may not have gone through. So first thing is the billing. Second thing, look at your ads. You might find that for some reason the ads may have been disapproved. Now there may be a number of reasons why they get disapproved, that they're running fine, they have been approved, and all of a sudden they get disapproved. Let's say your website had a problem, your servers had some problems or issues, your website was down. Google Ads keeps looking at the URL because they want to make sure that when somebody clicks on the ad, they go to a live page and not to a page which does not exist, because that does not give a great user experience. And Google, people think that, oh, whenever I click on an ad, Google is sending me to all sorts of places where there's nothing. So they make sure that that doesn't happen. And if your website is down, Google Ads is going to see that, and your ads will get disapproved and your ads will stop running. You're not bidding high enough. That means your bids are not competitive enough. And if that is the case, what you need to do is to keep bidding high. How high? I don't know. Again, it depends on the level of competition in your niche. If your competitors are bidding very aggressively, then you will need to be very aggressively and give as good as you get. So you need to start increasing your bid, and I would increase it by 25% at a time and see what happens. And if it doesn't run, increase it again and again until they start to run. Quite often the targeting or the audiences are too narrow, especially on Google Display Network and YouTube. So if that is the case, then you need to broaden your targeting and the audiences to make sure that you have got enough leeway to run these ads. On the search network, it may well be that there is hardly anyone searching for that keyword which you are targeting, and it has got a very low keyword search volume. What does Google Ads remarketing mean? Remarketing is when you go to a website or a landing page, you don't convert, or you may convert as well. That's not an issue. And then that website will pixel you in or tag you in, so you're cookied in. And then when you go to other websites like ESPN, New York Times, bbc.co.uk or .com, all these other third-party websites where Google can potentially place their ads, you will find that company's ads following you. One of the best companies for remarketing and retargeting is Amazon. You go to Amazon, you don't buy that product, you just look at it, and then you go off Amazon and you'll find that that product is following you all over the internet. So that is what we call a dynamic remarketing. With service-based industries, so like ours, where we are selling Google Ads services, web design, photography, and so on, we can't do dynamic remarketing. But what we can do is, let's say if somebody visited a particular web page or a blog post, we can then create specific ads for that user. So if somebody comes to my website, looks at Google Ads, then the ads can be about Google Ads. Whereas somebody who goes to my website and lands on a photography or a video marketing page, then the photography or the video marketing ads will follow them. So you can follow or remarket on YouTube, Google Display Network, which has got over 2 million high quality websites. It covers literally almost 80-85% of the internet. You can also remarket on search ads, which we call it as the RLSA, remarketing list for search ads. So somebody who went to Google, searched for a keyword, they clicked an ad, and then they went back to Google and they started to search again, which quite often we do. So then the remarketing ads on the search network you can also run. And on Gmail, you can also run your remarketing campaign. How can I find a competitor in Google Ads? In a variety of ways. You can look in for search campaigns. You can look at the Insights auction report, where you will find all the competitors who Google thinks are your competitors or direct competitors. So you can find those. The other way you can find on the search network is you go to Google, put in the keyword. Let's say you're in the car insurance business. You put in the car insurance and all the ads will pop up. So the top 4 ads and the bottom 4 ads on the page, those are the advertisers. So you know that these companies are advertising on Google Ads. But then you can also find your direct competitors for that keyword with the organic rankings and listings. So the rankings in the middle of the page, you will find all those companies are getting their search engine optimization done for that keyword because they are targeting that keyword. So those are also your competitors. You can go on to page 2, page 3 as well, but I don't find those very competitive because that's why they are languishing on page 2 and page 3. Those who are very competitive will be on page 1 because they want to stay on page 1. So that's on the search network. Then when you have been to some of your competitors' websites, or you haven't been to one of your competitor websites, then do so. Click on that link, go to your website, you'll get pixeled in, and then their ads will follow you as a remarketing ad, as I said. So you will know what they are doing, and when you see a remarketing ad from your competitor, what I do is I take a screenshot and put them into my swipe file. Always have a swipe file, especially of your competitors, because then when you do wish to create a new campaign later on, you can get some inspirations and aspirations from your competitors, what they are doing, how they are doing it. You also make a note of their landing page, how they've designed it, what the offer is on that page, what the call to action may be. So this is how easy it is to find your competitors. And the same thing applies on YouTube. When you go on YouTube and your competitor ad pops up as a video ad, make a click on that ad, go to that page and see what they are offering. What are the best Google Ads tips? Well, this is a very broad question. There are too many, and I can be here all day long and the tips won't finish. So here are a handful which I believe are quite important. So the first one is the use of negative keywords. You must use negative keywords with your Google Ads search campaigns. It's going to save you a lot of money, increase your conversion rates, lower your cost per conversion. I always tell everyone, keep it simple. Don't make your campaign structure too complicated. Keep it super simple and organized so that you can see what's happening in which campaign. And what I mean by this is, I'll give you a very good example. So for example, for device targeting, I have one campaign for computers, one for desktop, and another one for tablet. I separate them out. Okay, there's a bit more work to it, but then I can straight away see all the metrics like the CTR, impressions, cost, clicks, cost, conversions, conversion rate, cost per conversion, straight away without having to go into each campaign and trying to find out the data. It takes a lot longer, whereas I can see it straight away in my dashboard. And if things are not working on one of these devices, then I can take action to do something about it. Make your landing page relevant to your ad and keyword. So if somebody is searching for red apples, your ad should talk about or advertise red apples. And then when someone clicks on that, they go to that page which is about red apples and not green apples. Because if you do send them to a product category page where you got red, green, golden apples, people get confused. Just send them straight to that page what they are looking for. And this is why we need to make our landing pages super relevant to your ads and keywords. Use of ad extensions will definitely improve your ad rank, which will make your ads bigger, which in turn is going to increase your click-through rate, lower your cost per click, and increase your traffic to your website. And this is one of the Google's best practices, which you should always do, is to set up as many ad extensions as possible. The last one, well, for this video, is use of phrase and exact match keywords. Try and avoid broad match. Broad match will give you a lot of traffic, but quite often you will find that they are not the best traffic or the most relevant traffic. So if you have got limited budget and you want to use your budget wisely, then I would recommend that you use phrase and exact match keywords. What is the latest in Google Ads? Well, Google Ads, like everything else, changes regularly. They keep on adding new features and new things in there, and quite often it is a bit of a struggle to keep on top of all the new changes which are happening in the world of Google Ads. So here's some of the latest things which have been happening. So Performance Max campaign they announced in May 2021 of this year. This is a new type of ad where you'll be able to run search, display, video campaigns just from one campaign. So that's quite interesting. It will be released very soon to everyone. Upgrade video action campaigns to achieve greater results. This was announced in June of this year. We now have optimization score to video action campaigns. Video extensions are now available globally, and if you are running video ads and video campaigns, I would highly recommend that you start to use extensions with them. And finally, this is one of my favorite, which is the image extensions for search ads. So what you can do now is, instead of just having text ads, you can also put in a product photo, your logo, possibly your headshot in your search ads as part of your search ads using this image ads extensions. How do I disable ads on a mobile? You can disable on mobile, desktop, tablet, or TV screen. It's fairly straightforward and simple. So let's hop into our Google Ads interface and I'll show you how to do that. So you're on your campaign over here in the dashboard. You go down to, so you select your campaign first. Then you go down to devices over here. And now you've got your computers, mobiles, and tablets. You can bid adjust. You said mobile, didn't you? Yeah. Increase or decrease. So if you do 100%, that means it is not going to run on any of these devices. So when we are setting up campaigns just for mobile or just for desktop, then we would decrease these two. If we want to run a campaign for the mobile, then we would leave this one alone and then make minus 100 over here. But you don't only need to do plus or minus 100%. Let's say you're running a campaign, you've got data in here, and the computers are expensive by 30% from your average cost per acquisition. So what you can do is you can come back in here on a weekly or monthly basis, depending on how much budget, daily budget you're spending. If you're spending under $50 a day, I would do this once a month. But if you're spending thousands every day, then you need to keep an eye on it on a regular basis. So I would then just decrease this by 30% so that to bring it in line with our account level average conversion rate. And you can do the same thing for mobiles and for tablets. How do I decrease CPC in Google Ads? Well, you can go at the keyword level and increase or decrease your keyword bids, but just decreasing the CPC is not a good strategy for Google Ads. And here's why. If your campaigns are performing and are profitable, then you want to be as competitive as possible. And what I mean by that is you don't want to be losing out on the search impression share. You want to get as many clicks or as many impressions as possible for those keywords. Decreasing it will reduce your ad rank. That means your ads are going to be less competitive in the auction. You're going to get less impressions, less clicks, less conversions. So overall, your campaigns are going to go down. The focus should be on increasing your profitability. So what I mean by that is if you are looking, and by the sounds of this question, you are looking to reduce cost, and everybody wants to reduce cost. That's not a bad thing. But what you want to do is, if you were to increase your quality score, your ad rank is going to go up and your average CPC is going to go down automatically. So the focus for me would be to increase your quality score and increase the landing page experience. Because if you can make your landing page a bit more faster, you are going to increase your conversion rates. And you will also get a higher quality score, because the landing page experience is one of those factors which affects the quality score. What is a good source for learning Google Ads? Good question. So the first one is Google Ads Support Center. Forget the internet, forget YouTube, forget the gurus. If you want to get the most accurate information, go to the support center, support.google.com, and you will get the most relevant and the most accurate answer to your questions. Then if you are on YouTube and you want to learn from certain experts, then I would highly recommend Kasim and John at Solutions 8. Their URL for the YouTube channel is on here. They are one of the best Google Ads experts I know of. They're great guys. They have got a great channel. They upload videos regularly, and the knowledge they have, especially about smart shopping, there's nobody out there who is better than them. So I would highly recommend that you go and check them out, subscribe to their channel. SF Digital, we also upload regularly. We've got over 800 videos now on our channel, with about 16,000 subscribers, and it is growing quite nicely for us. So thank you for all the support and the feedback which I get, the questions and the comments. I truly appreciate it. And these kind of videos, these questions I'm making from these questions which I get. So I truly appreciate that. Another one I would highly recommend is Links Digital, which is run by Sash Singh. He's in Brazil, and his channel is also very good, and I've learned a lot from him with regards to video ads. He uploads he uploads videos on a very regular basis, and is one of the channels which I would highly recommend that you subscribe and follow. How to increase conversion rates? Great question. There are lots of factors which can influence conversion rates, and you always need to be working on it, optimizing it, the campaign so that you try to increase your conversion rates as much as possible, because increasing the conversion rate will allow you to scale your campaigns even more without having to spend more money on ads. So here are a few of my tips for you. A/B split test your headline. Have two pages, one with headline 1, another one with headline 2. See which one works. Split testing with a photo and a video can also work, or a different color on the call to action button. Have a blue button compared to a orange button, and see which one works. So always be A/B split testing your landing pages and your headlines and so on. Keep your layout of your landing page very simple. Don't have very complicated ones. Don't have too much stuff on it. Keep things very simple. Remove the navigation bar because that causes confusion. Well, not confusion. People just click on some buttons and links and then they go away from your main landing page where they were before. So keeping your landing page layout simple and easy to navigate on there. And what I mean by navigating is they're not going from pages to pages, but to get that information very quickly within a matter of seconds as to why they are there and what you want them to take that call to action. If you want them to download a PDF, make a phone call, sign up to your newsletter, or to a lead gen form, make it super simple and easy for them to do that. Remove unnecessary fields from your form. I see quite often the forms are very long. You want to minimize the form. If the information you need is absolutely necessary, then yes, you might have a form with 10 different fields. But the more fields or the boxes you have, the lower the conversion rates are. So keep your form fields to a minimum. Add social proof, testimonials, customer case studies to your landing page and checkout. That will certainly increase your conversion rates because that builds trust. Add a live chat if you can afford it and you can have full-time staff manning it, then absolutely increase it, because people always have questions, especially nowadays with expensive items like maybe a TV or something like that you are selling, and somebody has a quick question before they make the purchase. Then the live chat will help increase the conversion rate. And the last one is, as I said earlier on, I have a very strong and clear call to action.